What's going on, everybody? Dreamcast 84 again. What's up? So, today I'm going to show you the Ascii mission stick. Look at this bad boy here. Yeah, I got some pictures that I'm going to show while I'm talking about it. But I got this mission stick online from eBay from a UK seller, and I pretty much had a hard time finding this. I tried to order it at least twice. I got lucky on the second time, but wasn't the most, you know, lucky trying to find one. When I first saw this, I thought it was just amazing. This thing is, it looks like a spaceship, looks like a UFO, looks like something, it looks like a fighting pad, a fighting stick, but with a weird little joystick jam. It's insanity. I figure I'll take this out of the packaging and show you what it looks like when it comes to gameplay. I may or may not show some footage, but yeah, because it's nighttime right now when I'm shooting, so I try to show some light where I got my game set up is where my can't speak. But anyway, yeah, Ascii mission stick, and I guess I'll show what it looks like here in a second. Cool deal. So this is it in all of its glory. It is insanity. I got the manual for it. Now the manual is in Japanese, but it's cool to look at because it just has Japanese. It's pretty cool. Only got one hand here. But yeah, like as a side note, the box being kind of sun faded, that's a very common thing when with these. For some reason, the ink on them must be very sun sensitive. The Dreamcast in general is very sun sensitive because a lot of the fire retardant in the plastic it accelerates the yellowing. But yeah, the yellow this doesn't seem to have any kind of yellowing effect. Maybe it's just because it stays in a box forever. But on the back side of it, standard arcade looking base. You've seen that type of thing before. Ascii mission stick. Now I believe that's how you pronounce Ascii. Ascii. Ascii? I don't know. But you just kind of rest your hand there. You got a little clicker. Reminiscent of like old hardware from like old MS-DOS or IBM computers or whatever. Just gives me that good old wholesome retro feel. I love it. Now this is the whole reason you bought the thing, because of this weird jam. Let me get a good angle on it. Look at that thing. Look at that weirdness. That is some cool. That is awesome. Now I'm using a tablet, so I'm trying to do what I can here. Oh, very cool. It's got like a little, what is that, a screw or something on the bottom? Yeah, looks like that's probably what that is. Yeah, but very cool. Very awesome. Got very awesome standard build. You hear that? That's quality. That just sounds really good. D-pad seems like it's very solid, very serviceable, very good. Got the Dreamcast logo on it. Anything made by Ascii is good. A lot of people at video game tournaments for fighting games, they use Ascii products. Now, this is just one little slot for the VMU. And I doubt that it supports a rumble pack. I don't know, it might. It might. I don't know if you'd feel it much with the... I don't know if you would feel it much, but yeah, it got these little switches, and yeah, I guess I'll get another angle and I'll talk about this just a little bit more. Yes, so for this thing, I have managed to play Sonic the Hedgehog 1 off of Sega Smash Pack. I would not be surprised if you could play, what's that game? Space Channel 5, because that game's just up, down, left, right, and a button, or two buttons, so yeah, A and B. That game's a very simplistic beat matching game, but very good. I like Space Channel 5, 1, and 2. It's very amazing. Yeah, I'm just trying to give you an idea of the contours while I'm talking about it. I would not be surprised if you are able to play Mr. Driller. I've found that, simplistic games like Mr. Driller and Space Channel 5, I've been able to play with I believe it's the Konami Pop and Music controller. And yeah, this thing is amazing, and maybe I can get some game footage or at least just talk about this. But yeah. Right on. So I have very little time and sunlight here, so I thought that I would show up a little setup. Here's the controller. Here's Aero Wings 2 Airstrike. We've already reviewed that one. Tried to put in Air Force Delta, but it wouldn't support the AV cable, and I don't have enough time. So I just got a little setup here, and I thought maybe a little bit of gameplay. Let's look into some of this. Got my little backlit VMU inside. That's kind of cool.
Hi, my name's Carolyn Hookman. I'll be guiding you from the control tower.
Yeah, free flight. Don't care which plane. Invert controls. Yeah! Alright, so now I'm going to try one of my favorites, Mr. Driller. Let's pop this bad boy in. Should be pretty good. It's just up, down. It's just left, right, down, and A to drill, basically. One of my favorite puzzle games ever. Have not reviewed it yet. Mr. Driller, everybody. So cool. Whoa. Yeah, let's try Sega Smash Pack. We're going to do Sonic the Hedgehog. Just because I remember it was kind of working. You can't do Speed Dash in Sonic the Hedgehog 1, but it's all good. Now the preset buttons work because in Mr. Driller I switched the buttons because the buttons are numbered, and the presets they're pretty, you know, idiot proof. I set it so I hit the number 2 button right here. Let me turn that volume down. Shout out to Jason. I know you like Sonic, man. Who doesn't? Nah, can't get them all. Right now we're doing Space Channel 5. We don't need the story.
Spaceport 9. Tonight I'm investigating reports that aliens have invaded and are forcing people to dance.
All lines are clear, ooh la la. Let's see what you're made of.
Let's go. I've encountered aliens on the main floor, and they've taken hostages.
Copy the aliens' moves. Press the buttons with the rhythm. Get on it.
Let's dance. Up.
Using the D-pad.
Down, down, down. Right, left, left.
Use the A button beam when they say Q.
Okay. Right, up. Up, down, shoot.
Oh no! Oh no!
What are you doing?
Messing up. This game's zany. If you haven't played Space Channel 5, play it.
Now, they're gonna jump out at you. Use the A button beam on the aliens.
Okay. Let's shoot it. Left. Shoot.
So that's the mission stick, the Ascii mission stick. Now, when I was playing through the games, I was a little bit disappointed with the fact that I had to switch up controls. Like with Space Channel 5, I had to revert back to the D-pad when I was really wanting to use this thing, and I didn't want to use the switchers. Now, when you are using the switchers, like when I was doing the, what game was it? I was doing, oh man, I think it was a Sega Smash Pack with Sonic. I was switching with the switches, just trying to get him to jump faster, jump higher. And I did. I was doing this for this number 2 button because I was really wanting to use this to jump. And I switched the number 2 switch, so from like here, and he was jumping, and then I jumped it from up. I notched it up another one. He jumped higher. So these little switches work very well, and this is a very good, solid build quality. And it just looks really cool. And I got the VMU backup CD menu playing in the background, maybe a little bit too loud. But yeah, it's a really cool, solid build quality. I like it. For Mr. Driller, I think I need to mess with the presets just a little bit more. And I think that it was definitely playable. Most of these games that aren't flight games, you can play the games. It's just that they're meant for the flight games. They're meant for the flying games. And that's okay because they worked very well. And I can see how you can tweak with it and work with this thing, make it happen. And this is a little bit distracting, but what do I give the Ascii mission stick if I was to review it? I don't think I ever reviewed stuff. I think that I normally just show off my items. But when it comes as an arcade stick, it's pretty good for what it is. It's a kind of a versatile thing. I wonder if you can play fighting games. You might be able to, but I don't give it like a solid 10 because it's just such a niche type weird thing. It's definitely cool, definitely worth tinkering with, experimenting with. When it comes to the Dreamcast and experimenting with games, I recommend it because there's so many different cool peripherals. What other system does this? Like, it seems like everything's just kind of bland and straightforward nowadays. But back in the heyday, in the 6th gen, yeah, like this stuff, man, I think it's a good solid piece of hardware. I'm just gonna give it like an 8. I think it's good for what it is. There's kind of a lack of flight games or whatever, but you can definitely find games to work for this. And you know, I just like the way it looks. It's very awesome. It's very neat to have. If you're collecting and I don't know, like working with the controller for most games is what you want to do. But yeah, as far as reviews goes, I'll just give it an 8 just because it's really nice to have. It's kind of It's really cool. It draws the eye. It's just neat. I like it. It's not something I'm going to play with every day, to be honest with you, because the controller, it's just classic. The Dreamcast controller. Yeah, and yeah, I appreciate everybody watching my review. I recommend it. I recommend it as a collecting piece and as a curiosity. But standard controller is kind of where it's at. But yeah, it's just too cool to pass up. If you come across this, I say pick it up. I say pick it up. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. You guys are awesome. Have a good one.